The time has finally come. I'm proud to be kicking off EA Play, coming to you live from Hollywood, California.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave the Watchman. We're doing just a quick watch along here with EA Play. They're debuting some gameplay from Jedi Fallen Order. Greg Miller is on screen now, getting ready to preach, getting ready to evangelize. I don't know about you, but I have been very excited for Jedi Fallen Order because this is like about as close to the perfect Star Wars game that I could ever want.
All new features, including those awesome new X-Factor abilities, and The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack along with a few new surprises, and of course, in just a few moments, I'll be kicking things off with
10 seconds. All right. So anyway, I have always envisioned a Star Wars game where you play the part, well, you play the part of Darth Vader, but in this game you don't play as Darth Vader. But I've always wanted to see a game that takes place in between episodes 3 and 4. It's about the Jedi being hunted down after Order 66. This is like a really dark Star Wars game, and this is so close to what I've been envisioning.
What's up, EA Play? How are you,
So let's see what they do here.
That's what I like to hear. What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller, and today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
All right, maybe that'll be better. I feel like I'm blowing out my mic.
We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game.
See if that's
I can't
better.
believe it. Can you believe it, LA? And we're finally here to help us get things started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on.
I've got such high hopes for this game.
How you doing? Goodness. Give me the hug, Vince. Let's get it going. Yeah. Yeah. Please keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EA Play.
Thank you. What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm going to let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this one.
Off script.
So off.
Oh, yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially off
idea.
script.
Nobody cares.
It's so awesome to be here. I mean, it's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today.
I'll take that.
Uncut.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is a single-player action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah. Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were
Perfect
hunted
setting.
Down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's it right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3? Yeah.
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought out my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go.
All right, finally, here we go. Waiting a year to see this. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, we got some force abilities there.
Over here.
Some wall running. Nice. Oof.
Imperial Sap Refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
You're telling me Wookiees wouldn't just, like, tear those stormtroopers apart?
Covered proves it.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? Said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
Increase the resolution here. Ooh, that looks nice. See, I thought this dude was kind of a Padawan still, so why does he have, like, the full, like, force powers? I still think it would be so much better if you were playing the part of Darth Vader hunting down the Jedi. That would be a freaking awesome game. This is still looking cool. I like the lush environments. It almost reminds me of Tomb Raider, like Tomb Raider or Uncharted, which is fine. I would, ooh, there we go. That's cool. I would love a Tomb Raider Uncharted style Star Wars game, which looks like this is what we're getting.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on. Are you running some kind of drill? We should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah. Better do this by the book.
Oof. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, slowing down time?
Gonna need to get through here.
Yeah, Ruts, this Star Wars game looks pretty dope already.
Attention all units. We've got contact with troops stationed at cargo pad.
Okay, I got a question about that AI, because they're just like standing there and waiting for him to come. Oh boy, skill points. We got ourselves a skill tree.
Jedi. This is what I'm trained for. Got you.
Hey, what's up, Game Over Brian? I'll go through the podcast schedule here in just a second.
I will make you hurt. You'll pay.
Ooh. combat looks tasty.
Keep pushing! Looks like you're blocked. I'll fix that. Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. Face open. Go!
Think you can help me, BD?
Flame beetles, they're coming through the wall.
Oh no, not the flame beetles.
Trooper, he's dead.
The slowing down time function is really cool. Thing is, Cal's gotta die in the end of this game, right?
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
Well, it's one way to get rid of it. So podcasts, we've been normally doing podcasts on Tuesday, but we kind of switched over to Thursday nights just the past few weeks, just because it seems to work a little bit better for our schedule. We try to get an alert out on Twitter and Facebook, so if you're not following us there, definitely follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter is probably the best place. Nerd_Bacon is our Twitter handle. And we'll put out an announcement when it's when we're going to have that podcast. But I'll go over our E3 schedule here in just a little bit as well. Oh, that's a giant spider. Oh, it's a whole group of giant spiders. Uh-oh, you're webbed. Eek. So I wonder, combat-wise, are we just, like, pressing the same button over and over again to get a variety of moves, or are there actual, like, different button combinations to get moves? I also want to know what other areas there are in this game as well.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Ooh, that's terrifying. Ooh, there you go. Nice. All right, we got some light puzzle solving so far. The wall run is cool, and I can't remember what that's reminiscent of. Almost like Mirror's Edge, maybe.
What was that? Cutter 7 is active. Reporting a live cutter near the cell block. Immediate aid requested. It's breaking through and destroying everything.
Oh, that's brutal.
Do we have the balloons ready for the Jedi? It's gonna be here.
The fewer distractions, the better. Jedi incoming!
Ooh, alright, we got a few enemies here. Okay. Kind of toss enemies into each other, that's cool. Ouch.
Jedi will perish.
This guy's got some moves there. There we go. It's almost like if Tomb Raider had much, much cooler combat.
Slice this. No guards.
They finally have gotten to a point where the faces look realistic.
Not alone.
Uh-oh.
Is not permitted.
End of video. Nice. Yep, I'm hyped for this game. I'm very hyped. This one has so much potential.
Games play best on Xbox One.
What do we think? What do we think, EA Play? Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah?
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks,
worked on-
guys!
Everybody who busted their butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor
Standard
the brand.
niceties.
I mean, I think from, go ahead, clap. No, I'm gonna stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact
That's a good
I think
point.
I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's
you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all. I hit R1, and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different playthroughs.
Absolutely. And actually, the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Huh.
You're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump, which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into one bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite moments.
It's
The first time I
almost
saw that, I freaked out a little.
like the Bayonetta of Star Wars games in the way that they have thoughtful combat.
Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't shown.
You're saying that isn't the entire game?
That is not.
That's wow.
No.
It's not the entire game.
We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi, soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the purge trooper.
That's
yeah, exactly. Like so
new that the team created.
In
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're pointing at one guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
That's cool that they've got the autonomy to create like new trooper types and stuff. But I guess they're creating a whole new character.
And you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back.
The KX.
And then making me fight him?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do?
No.
Trust me, you do.
I do?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid. BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen.
BD1 is the droid's name.
Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department.
We can make
what
that
does he
happen.
do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel. You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different things?
Like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is...
That's Respawn. That's Respawn.
I mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn made this game. Yeah, okay.
Definitely inspired by BT, but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So, one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
Just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan the environment for like environmental storytelling.
Love it.
Lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
like
they
a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, we will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you
Okay.
can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment. You're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, that's
We've
interesting.
seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, yeah, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What, A to B thing, how's
Tell
it-
me the whole story.
What's the ending?
Well, the
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no. Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I
Nice.
can't. I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's
into
over.
it too
Everybody
far.
go home.
I mean, yeah, the
We
story's
gotta save
good.
it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people had been asking, right? I'd put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You said-
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This is a real. Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
You saw Guerrera in there. He's obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great.
That's
Vince,
cool
how's
that
that
Saw
feel? No
Gerrera's
pressure.
coming
It feels
back.
great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like,
I know, it's a big
Yeah.
deal to work with me, but it's okay. We'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No,
Okay, well.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
because. No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic,
Yeah.
and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, that you guys
All
are
right.
coming in and telling a story, right? Like, I
That's
think
kinda
why
cool, though, 'cause it
so many of
doesn't
us are
muddle
excited
things
for it, is
down.
The idea that this is a Star Wars story, that you guys have something to tell, something to say, and a lot of walls to run on. Vince and Stick, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
I mean, just thanks for the support. The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We're
Fantastic.
Greg's showing
Thanks
us
for
some
coming
stuff
out.
online. Like everyone's the reaction is fantastic.
Amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Yeah, go
All
team.
your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's
Yay!
right.
Vince Steak, thank you so much for coming out. November
Thank you.
15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the
Oh,
Respawn
same
has
day as
brought even more gameplay for
Pokemon.
you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends. Show
Yeah.
you're looking for.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Hey, everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
All right, there you have it. Our first taste of E3, our first taste of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, coming out for all platforms on November 15th. Man, oh man, that looks great. Like I said, it kind of looks like Tomb Raider or Uncharted or something along those lines, just set in this lush, beautiful Star Wars universe. And that's exactly the game that I think everybody has really been waiting for and hoping for quite some time. None of this always on service, Star Wars loot box, Star Wars Battlefront BS. So looking great. I really liked what they said about it having thoughtful combat. So that resonates to me, because sometimes some of these action games can get to be really repetitive and really boring. You know, it's kind of weird to say boring in an action game, but some of these action games get a little bit boring in their canned combat responses. So if they've got a bunch of different options and everything that are available for combat, then that's going to be so cool. We saw like a different variety of combat moves throughout the demo there. He's got a bunch of different things that he can do. He's got a bunch of force abilities he can use. He's pulling troopers and putting them into other people and stuff like that, slowing down time. So it looks like there's just like a lot of awesome stuff there for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Like I said, this is like 99% of what I've always wanted in a Star Wars game. I wanted a Star Wars game that was set between episodes 3 and 4. It was about the Jedi being hunted down. I wanted to play as Darth Vader. That would have been my choice. I wanted to go really dark with the Star Wars game, but I am fine with what they have so far. I don't know why I look so red in this light. I got to fix my lighting before tomorrow here. It gets a little bit weird. Anyway, Game Over Brian, you had a question about what's going on with our podcast schedule. What's going on is we were on Tuesday nights. We've kind of moved over to Thursday now, just because it works a little bit better for our schedule. But like I said earlier, follow us on our Twitter channel at nerd_bacon. Be sure you hit, subscribe on YouTube. You don't have to donate money to us or anything like that. That's not what we're looking for. We just want to provoke thoughtful discussion and joy of video games. So hit subscribe on YouTube or Twitch so you can get an alert whenever we do go live. Otherwise, let me go through what we've got planned. So this is really all that we're doing today for E3. But for tomorrow, we're going to start off, we're going to go crazy. So tomorrow starts E3 proper. So we are going to come on starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, and that is when we're going to begin our coverage of Microsoft's E3 2019 showcase. And then we're going to watch that along together. After that, at 8 o'clock, we'll be back for Bethesda. That's tomorrow. And then after Bethesda's showcase wraps up, we're going to go right into Devolver Digital's showcase, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock Eastern. So again, Microsoft tomorrow at 3, Bethesda tomorrow at 8, and Devolver Digital tomorrow at 10. That is when you can tune in to any NerdBacon channel on your favorite streaming platform and check out our watch-alongs. On Monday, we will be back starting at 3:30 Eastern for Ubisoft's conference. Then after that, at 7 o'clock Eastern, we're going to check out the Kinda Funny E3 2019 showcase. And once that wraps up, we're going to go right in at 8 o'clock to Square Enix's showcase. So Monday, again, Ubisoft, we start at 3:30. Kinda Funny, we're going to check that out starting at 7 Eastern. And we're going to follow that right into Square Enix at 8 o'clock Eastern. And finally, our final stream of E3 is going to be Nintendo Direct. That's going to be Tuesday, June 11th, and our coverage starts bright and early at 11 a.m. Eastern. So there you go. You can check out all of our times at our website at NerdBacon.com. We've got an article ready to go there, so you can get all of our times there. I'll go ahead and post these to Twitter, or you can like us on Facebook. We have all of these events set up as events on Facebook, so you can just say that you are going to the event, and you can get an alert that way to let you know when we're going to go live. But anyway, that is it for me. I'm Dave the Watchman with NerdBacon.com. Be sure you stay tuned for all of our E3 2019 coverage. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 o'clock for Microsoft's press event. Promises to be wild as all get out. Thanks so much. We will see you later.